drew you to this case specifically, were you thinking that not just this needs to come out, but that there's a cover-up here or something isn't right?
Everyone works in their own self-interest. I think that's kind of one of the tenets of my job, is to realize that everyone works for their own self-interest, right? And so, like, maybe Ram didn't see the video until all of us saw it, which is what he told us. He said, I didn't want to tape the evidence or whatever, so I didn't watch it. But he knew what was on it. Most of us knew what was on it eventually. But, certainly he could have been told what was on it, and that it looked really bad,
But were you inside you when you were pursuing this, and obviously there was something about this case that drew you to it, to want to file the lawsuit, were you saying to yourself, it's not just about that this needs to come out and be seen, but that it's more than that there's a political element to this that needs to be exposed?
I feel like I would be willfully ignorant if I didn't think that politics touches everything here in Chicago and most other places. So when someone is saying that a video of a police shooting cannot come out, I just always wonder what goes into that decision.
Do you, you're continuing on this effort, right? We've had some additional videos that have come out,
right,
and there's questions about what happened with the extra tape. The Burger King manager said some of the videotape was erased, allegedly, reportedly. Are you looking for additional statements, videos? You're still in the process of that?
Right. When I say I wonder what went into that decision, luckily, we can ask for documents, It may not all be documented, but some things may be documented, and if there's a record, it's in a public body, and the public deserves that record. The public could potentially see who knew about certain aspects of this case and when they knew it. And to stonewall 15 journalists for 13 months, it shows a dramatic lack of transparency.
So you're still pursuing this?
I am, in both a Freedom of Information request and in my court case, which is still open. In the case, we've asked the city for many things, a lot of specific things like emails, internal emails, text messages. We're also seeking statements from all the officers who were on scene. In my mind, if some of the officers gave statements that accurately portrayed what's in that video, then Officer Van Dyke should have been handcuffed on a murder charge almost immediately. Now, if every officer there, 8 or 9 officers, gave the same statement that minimized what happened on the video, or was like similar to what the police initially said, how Cohn lunged at them, we know that's untrue now. If all the officers said that, then all those officers, to me, it seems like they're complicit in this cover-up.
A lot of times when FOIAs are filed, you have the newspaper behind you, you have the TV station behind you. You're out there on your own. And you are freelance. It's not as if, you are, walking into this with a huge support system behind you, and yet you did it anyway. That takes a lot of guts and passion as a journalist.
Well, I tend to think it's, maybe it's my defect. I think someone wrote about me recently, and I'm floored that people are writing about me. I don't really understand it. To me, it's about the story, right? But I do appreciate your work. What someone wrote about me recently, that I have an obsession for investigation, and to me that's kind of a defect. I can get sort of bogged down in that stuff, I'm really happy that I put it to use in this way.
You didn't give up.
No, I mean, it took a lot of months. I filed that initial request in May, and it just came to fruition with one piece of the puzzle. Now we're looking for all the other pieces.